The psyche is not born whole. It is broken, fragmented, and wounded. It is through this very wounding that we begin the journey of individuation. You may ask, why is it that suffering so often appears as the first sign of awakening? It is because the soul does not grow in comfort. It grows through friction, through conflict, and through pain. The wound is not merely a symbol of damage. It is the threshold to transformation. When you are wounded, you are forced inward. The ego, which seeks to avoid discomfort, resists this inward pull, for it fears the unknown realms of the unconscious. But the self, the totality of who you are, knows that the wound must not be ignored. It must be faced, explored, and embraced, for within it lies a secret, the light. The light that enters through the wound is not external. It is the radiance of your own essence, long hidden beneath layers of repression, denial, and false identity. In suffering, the mask begins to crack, and the true self, long buried, begins to speak. The wound becomes a portal through which your inner truth demands recognition. Many fear their wounds, believing they are signs of weakness or failure. But the truth is that your wound is sacred. It is the initiation into depth. Without it, there would be no need for inner work. Without it, the ego would remain dominant, mistaking itself for the whole. The wound humbles the ego, stripping it of illusion and preparing it for the encounter with the unconscious. Do not turn away from your suffering. For when you turn toward it, when you hold it with conscious awareness, it begins to change. The pain does not vanish, but it is no longer your enemy. It becomes your guide. It becomes the voice of the inner child, the rejected self, the abandoned soul within you that longs to be seen. Healing is not the absence of pain, but the transformation of relationship with it. The light that enters through the wound is the birth of insight, of meaning, of connection to something greater than the personal ego. It is the realization that even in suffering, there is purpose. Even in loss, there is renewal. And so, you must ask, what is this wound trying to reveal? What part of you has been buried, forgotten, or denied? What light within you is waiting to be reborn through the very place you thought was broken? Remember, the wound is not the end. It is the beginning. It is not your destruction. It is your initiation into a deeper life. It is not darkness. It is the shadow giving way to illumination. In the wound, you find your humanity. Through the wound, you touch the eternal. Your suffering is not meaningless. It is the crucible in which your soul is shaped, and in that sacred fire, the light enters, not from the world, but from within.